Recording in progress.
I'm so sorry, Si Yuan, no, Si An and Jia Rong, you are not here today, so I cannot do in the recording. If can, then I will send you the links for you all to take a look for these two video that I've just shown to the rest about the eagle. And you can see for me behind, right? You can see this is an eagle, right? True or not? Right? An eagle is the king of the birds, and an eagle will never mix with the chickens or the ostrich or even the hawk or even the owl. Eagle is the king of the birds. So in my what do you call it? If I were to show you my background again, one of my background. Okay, don't mind, I will show you one of my background. Yes, this is one of my background. Okay. If you can see from this background here, okay, you can see three animals. One of them is an eagle, the other one is a cheetah, and then the other one is the dolphin. So 智慧，你没有看到海陆空山全部都包到完了。The air, the land, and the sea. You realize that? So I want my student to be intelligent like a dolphin, to learn fast like a cheetah. As you know, cheetah is the fastest animal on land, right? Right. And then we want to be like an eagle, to soar high like an eagle, to look at the sky. The sky is the limit, to see the world bigger, better. Right. So let me share with you this little story. Okay. One day the mother eaglets was taking care of two eaglets. Then one night there was a thunderstorm, and then boom. Then just that, unfortunately, the mother eagle got struck by lightning and died. Then the two eaglets fell to the ground. Very sad how to tell. But thank God, one of the eaglet was being taken care of by another person, and the other eaglet was taken care of by a farmer. Okay, so when the eaglet become okay, let's say we don't talk about story A, the eldest brother eaglet, the youngest brother was taken care by a farmer, and when days goes by, the second eaglet learn how to behave, walk, and crow like a sheep. 因为近朱者赤嘛，听过这句话吗？近墨者黑，对吗？ Right. So one day a zoologist came and saw that eaglet slowly become an eagle, but he can't fly like an eagle, no, Jiraiya, Xingyan and Chenye and Jiang. He can't fly like an eagle. My goodness. They say, excuse me. He asked the farmer, is that the eagle? Yeah. How come the eagle behave like a chicken? Oh, because he's like, all the chicken are like his brother. He said, huh? Excuse me? What are you talking about? Because it's been the day I brought him, I found him, there's the mother eaglet died already, so I take care of him. And he grow like that. Nothing wrong. So the zoologist say, why not? Why not? I want to train him because he's the king of the bird, right? Zichen, right? He's the king of the bird. You cannot behave like chicken, what? True or not? So Zichen, sorry, example, Zichen, Zihui, and all of you here, you are leaders. I'm not saying that you should mix with the bad people, which is you better don't. You don't mix with people who are smoking, taking drugs, or don't want to study. True or not? Okay, that's their life. We are not going to bother them. Maybe they don't want to choose to be this path. Maybe they are forced to do that, to take drugs, to don't want to study because it's not their fault. I always told you, don't blame yourself 100%. Just happened when they born, they have no parents already. So these zoologists, Xingyan and Zhen Yue, he brought him to the cliff. So imagine that he can talk to the eagle, just like a Walt Disney movie, okay? We are talking about Walt Disney movie, a cartoon. Say fly like an eagle. So the eagle told the zoologist, no, I've been walking and talking like a chicken. So then you look far away, you see the eagle over there. That is your brother, is flying so high, and yet you are not doing that. So first time, second time, the one you just watched a video, right? He flopped and fell, he flopped and fell. Finally, he told himself, no, sorry. Finally, the zoologist told the eagle, say, if you want to be like the king of the bird, you want to be a leader. After all so many fall, every time when you fall, you flap your wings, you want to survive through. And all the Shanghai, the 受伤, the injuries that you have on your feather, on your body, it has proven that you are going to be slowly, surely, and definitely flying. And true enough, it took him a few weeks later and slowly start to soar and fly like an eagle. And then when he fly like an eagle, you know what happened? He joined his brother. Oh my goodness! Ask him to use ask her to use handphone. Wi-Fi broke. Can you use handphone? Thanks, Ingrid. Thank you for the. Thank you, Xian. Thank you so much. So, Zihui, can you imagine? Then he told the story that I found your mother, Egret. Before your mother died, he told me to find you. And true enough, I managed to find you. And finally, now I found you, but you behave like a chicken. Yes, I'm not a chicken. 做么做鸡不好咩？我也是属鸡的，懂吗？我12生肖我是鸡哎。早上下来一场大雷雨，吵醒那只大公鸡。Okay, stop, Uncle Raymond, don't sing. It's so horrible, your voice. So, ladies and gentlemen, eagle is supposed to be flying and soaring high. In fact, I have one of the PowerPoint slides. Jiraiya, I'm not sure I showed you during that time when you're in PSLE. It's about how an eagle went through a very painful process to took away his nail, to break away his bricks, to took away his old feather and renew his old feather, just to survive on Zicheng for the next 30 years of his life. So at the age of 40 years old, the eagle had to go to a cliff to do all these things in order to survive for the next 30 years. 所谓先苦后甜okay, it's very tough, Zihui. Can you imagine an eagle? You have to go through this process, 把你的 nail 拔出来嘞。Oh my goodness, it's so how freaking painful, right? 把你的羽毛拔出来 so that 你可以新的羽毛。把你的那个 beaks 磨到比较不会这么尖 because the beaks too long, they cannot catch prey, right? 正确 correct. So the same thing, especially next year, you all are set 2 and then set 3. This is the time like you are the eagle. You are transforming. You know the butterfly now? When you transform from the cocoon, then become butterfly. You know when the butterfly start to come out from the cocoon, you cannot help them, no? You have to let the butterfly to struggle, correct now? The moment you open up the cocoon and help them, the butterfly will scold you. 鸡蛋，我自己来。就你害我，我现在我的翅膀长不够，不能飞了。我要告你，我要叫律师告你，只会多管闲事。我可以自己来的。现在你看我不能飞了，我变成残废的蝴蝶。Handicap. So you might laugh at children. Sometimes it's not because your parents it's not say don't want to help you, no. They want you to go through the painful process, not because他要虐待你们的。please don't think of that. 他们不是要虐待你，他们是要 let's see how can you do it? How can you transform yourself? Okay, so what will you be learning and take away from today's lesson? Okay, Xingyan, so far okay now. Jiarong, is she able to come in? I cannot see her. Is she inside? I can't see her. Is she waiting at the waiting room? Oh yeah, she's waiting at the waiting room. Oh my God. Hi, Jiarong. Hi, Jiarong. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. I was talking. Thanks to your friends, see and told me about it. I'm so sorry. You missed the video. Don't worry. Next time I can show you. Don't worry. Okay, so don't worry. It's only Si-an got, I need to show him next time if you have the chance. All right, so back to this, children. We must be like a leader. What is leadership means to you? So after the 4 days, Si-an and all of you, after the 4 days, the first day is why I must, not why must I, right? It's just the same, Zihui. I ought to take care, or I must take care of my parents. Zicheng, Jiraiya, Xingyan, Zhengyue, and Jiarong, which one is more important? I ought to take care of my parents, or I must take care of my parents. Please, okay, both are correct, but the most important words to you is I ought to. You know why? Because of morale, 就是我的责任感. So the ought is more powerful than the must. Some teacher will tell you, no, the must is more important. To me, Uncle Raymond, I feel that ought is more important, especially when you say you want to take care of parents. 我一定要 must 也是一定嘛，可是这个 ought 是不一样的感觉，就是所谓做儿女 being a filial piety. You know, it's filial piety, 孝顺. Okay, so who are your favorite leader? Then we're going to talk about it. And if you want to be a famous leader, who will you be? So what are some of your criteria to be a leader? This will be discussed for today's lesson. So second day, we talk about the strength and weakness. The third day, we talk about, let me see, I really can't remember. The first day, we talk about why must study English. Second day, we talk about think creative. The third day is what is strength and weakness. And yesterday, we talked about the green ambassador, right? So same thing. What have you learned from today's lesson and the whole of this 5 days lesson? Hopefully by these 5 days, this bootcamp will give you a much better head start and you can see some of the video, right? Failure is part and parcel of 所谓失败是兵家常事，听过这句话吗？听过吗？听过啊，失败是兵家常事。That means in any battle, I think the World Cup is a very good thing. Every morning, this few morning I wake up, especially I cannot watch the 3 a.m. football. Every time I wake up, I see the result very surprisingly. Japan's enter 16. My favorite Germany is out of World Cup. Oh, I'm so disappointed. And yesterday, you see, Croatia beat Belgium. Belgium was the third runner up, third in place for the last World Cup. So everything, there is a reason. All you need to do is work till your life, your body drop. Why? Because there is no shortcut in life. So in the football, this World Cup can tell you, 那种黑马, that those that you think that cannot succeed, surprisingly, they were successful. Okay, so this is like, this one is very interesting. Let me show you in the bigger slide. So what is the definition of leadership? 智慧, Jiarong, Zichen, Xingyuan, Jiraiya, Sian, and Zheng Yue. You see the word leader here? Leader? You see Leadership. You see? Lead everyone. Always don't expect return. Show how I perform. Agree? Cool, right? That's the word leadership. You see, look at all these pictures here. We are talking about visual graphic text, English paper 2. Right, so let's talk about this one, the leadership here. Now, leadership is always with one goal and one directions only. Very simple, by Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. Okay, one goal, one attitude. Why? Why do I say that? If you have too many goals and objectives, which is good, Zihui, but you must have in life, what is your goal of now for you, Zihui, is to complete your set to one goal only, correct? Of course, you have many goals, right, Zihui, Zichen. Your goal is that I want to complete my O level, then I want to go for AJC or poly, then I want to go for university, then I'll come out to look for a good job, then finally I get married with husband and kids and take care of and go holiday. So these are all your goals. But to fulfill all these goals, Zheng Yue and Xingyuan, you agree with me now? You first must complete your set 2 first. 对吗, Xingyuan? Right, there's no shortcut. You cannot say straight away I want to buy a house. Straight away I want to earn a lot of money. You are underage, you can't work. 对吗, Jiarong? 对不对? Right, so you can see from your brother and sister step by step. Then you are, look here, this is the one, step by step. Remember the day 1 or day 2, right, Xingyuan? You saw there's path 1, 2, and 3, and 4, right, Xingyuan? Right? Which path you want to choose, correct now? Some is up and down, some is very curvy, very nice. And see, I remember you choose path 1, right? Or path 2, right? For your life, right? Jiraiya choose, right? You also choose, right? Correct. So Jiraiya, you know the path 1 and 2, 3, and 4, which path there you want to go for university, right? So same thing here. In life, sorry guys, you will definitely feel have a feel, FEEL, to feel failure. You definitely come across obstacle. So look at these two here, these two pictures. Which one do you think is better? The one with this one or the one with this one? In fact, both are equally important. Why I show these two pictures is very important. Because sometimes here, they might lend a helping hand to cross, but there's a little small obstacle here. Who is going to sacrifice? Maybe this guy might lay his body over these two cliffs, these two so-called mountain or hill, and let the staff to cross over. And you realize this is tough. This is also tough because it's very steep. If you let go of his hand, he will fall. And then you have to hold on to these borders. Then at the same time, when you go down to this one, he also have to help him because what happens if he slip and fell and you roll down? So this is a very difficult obstacle here. Right? This is everyone is a leader here. You realize that everyone. So you put that police leadership. So in my police force, okay, we work as a team, right? So for example, Zihui, Zichen, Jiarong, and myself, 4 of us are in the police, and we are going for patrolling. Okay, patrolling means to look around the resident, the area like shopping center. I believe Zihui, when you go to shopping center, you will see some policemen walking around the shopping center, right? You realize sometimes the police, 3 of them will not stick together, hold hand. Do you see the 3 policemen hold hand? 我们手牵手一起走。我跟你讲啊，只会你一定拿 camera 去拍，哇 ，policeman hold hand 啊，very funny right? No way right? Sure not. You realize they walk in a straight line, but a distance of maybe 1 or 2 meters away, correct? Right? Or they walk in a triangle shape or whatever, right? Why? They are covering one another. They are looking at the bigger surface. Nothing wrong, right? Same thing, what? So same like Zichen, if let's say you go for a camping in the forest, okay, you may want to stick together because you worry that you get lost. You might want to split around when maybe you are going in the open air to see more better place. So it depends on the terrain, on the background, on the situation, on the environments. So in policing, we are taking care of one another. But what about the top picture here? You realize the top picture is that this gap is very wide. There's no way this guy here will jump over. Can you see my mouth on the way? Can you see my mouth? Where is my mouth pointing? Can, huh? If not, I keep pointing. Jiarong can see, huh? Dryer can see, right? Okay, my mouth is pointing at this guy here, right? About to cross, huh? Okay, thanks. Because I worry, if not, you might see, where's my mouth? What are you talking about? So this guy want to cross, but you see there's 4 leaders. These 4 leaders, you see leader is not just you, no? So yeah, you can apply your friend as another leader. Xingyuan, you can apply Zhonghen as another leader or Jiarong as another leader. So you see, when this, when the people, when his friends or his staff or his soldier, let's say this is an order officer. When these soldiers cross over, you see, they raise up their arms. But this 4 leader, how about when they cross over? How about this 4 leader? How are they going to cross on top? Of course, when this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they will find a way and throw a rope down, a very strong rope. It's a 绳子很 strong. They'll throw it down, or maybe they'll make a rope with rope ladder, and make the 4 of them to climb up. So it's still about talking about creativity. It's talking about how you work as a team. Remember, did everyone always don't expect return how I perform? Show how I perform. And the very good example will be your parents. Your parents are the leader in your family. Your grandparents is your old leaders. 所谓前浪推后浪是吗？还是后浪推前浪 ？Right? You heard of this? I love Chinese idioms and 谚语、成语，还是唐诗or 宋诗。I find it's very, very meaningful. You know, of course, 李白床前明月光，低头思故乡。That one is the one of my favorite famous. Why? 子夜 ，not 子夜 ，sorry， 子慧、子成、心远、正月、Zechariah, Si-an, and Jiarong. One day, you will go overseas and study. And happen that during the Chinese 中秋节, you happen to be in that school, but you cannot come home to celebrate Chinese. You cannot come back to celebrate Mooncake Festival, 中秋节. This is the time you will understand what Li Bai is talking about. Now get it? This is the time you will understand what Li Bai say, because he really miss home. He really maybe miss his mother's cooking. He really miss home because of the bonding. So Uncle Raymond, so okay lah, I miss home. So what's so big deal about this 唐诗? What's so big deal about memorizing? It's not about their study. It's education is about relationship. Language is about understanding people's emotional feelings. Then you make a better place. You know, today, Zhen Yue, I know most of the time you come in very early. Then I lock in you. I lock the few of you very late, right? 对吗？子慧? Usually, Uncle will lock you at 9:45 earlier. But I'm so sorry. Before this Zoom, I have an interview at 9 o'clock with NUS students who is going to work for me in the eco-friendly for some part-time job. So I was interviewing her with my boss. So that's why it was delayed. So you see, I'm interviewing another leader to join the company. So how to improve leadership skill? Don't worry, the next few slides is going to be very interesting and you're going to choose it. Okay, so come back to this. You see, all these are putting this jigsaw puzzle to lead to success. Now, leadership is all about here. Please take note, this one is very important. Out of so many words, I only believe this word, honest. If a leader is not honest, you will break everything. That's my take, okay, Jiarong? If a leadership is not honest, that's the end. And I believe, Jiarong, sorry, Don't get angry with Uncle Raymond. Your brother Jia Ling is one of the honest guys, in my opinion. You should know him better than me, right? He can make a good leader, but hopefully people will not take advantage of him for being such a nice guy. No, in this way, it's like that, Jiarong. When you see the person, not you, I'm not referring to, when someone see that person is easy to take on, that's it. Recently, I watched this K-drama. I told you, right? If you got time, go and watch this. It's a very, very nice. Okay, this drama, very nice. This boy was handicapped triple because of the car accident. Then you go and watch the movie. I don't want to spoil the spoiler. It's a very nice drama, 16 episodes. And inside got a lot of talking about bullies. You understand what I meant. Okay, and then you also talk about leadership here in this movie. Okay, so honesty is very important. Now, please choose 3 quality. Sian, since you're not here, I'm so sorry. I will hope all of you be honest. This one is very, very important because from the 3 things that you choose, Zichen, Jiarong, Zihui, Xingyuan, Jiraiya, and Zhengyue. The 3 things that you choose, 我跟你讲啊，我可以帮你算命。It may not be 100% accurate, 智慧，是咩？我是这样的人吗？不是说霸道。But be honest, when you are choosing these 3, please be very, very, very honest. Now, let me share with you what I meant. So let me start first. For simplicity, I start first. The first thing I will choose, I must have this quality. Okay. The second thing I choose, I must have this quality. Okay. The third thing I choose, I will be this. Okay. Sorry, give me a minute. This one here. These are my 3 qualities. Jiraiya, do you think Uncle Raymond has these 3 qualities? So far, you know me for so many years. Jiraiya, please be honest. Can you unmute and tell the class? Please, not because it's my godson, I want to ask him to support me. Zihui, okay, what do you think? Do I have these 3 qualities in me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Jiarong, do you think I have these 3 qualities in me? Yeah, okay, so this you see, Zihui, Jiraiya and Jiarong can fortune tell me, okay, 跟我算命 It's not because 他可以跟我算命，明白吗，Zihui？是因为他知道 this is my characteristic. Get it? Okay, so I take away the 3 things. So I want all of you here to seriously choose the 3 things. Of course, if you want, you can type it out. You can choose like 1, 7, 20, 11, 15, 17, 4, 10, 25. Okay, you don't need to type. You just type the number. Can I give you 1 minute to seriously think which are the 3 qualities? I don't think since primary 1 until this year set 1, you really sit down and look at yourself. Hey, really, man? I'm a leader. I do have this quality. Okay, let's go. Let me take a cup. Oh no, some water. You can type in the Zoom chat and tell me, okay? Okay, we are done selecting your 3 these characteristic of yourself. Please 8. Okay, 8, 14, 17. That is Zhengyue. 8 is honest, 14 is nice guy, 17 is responsible. So Zhengyue, if I know that you have these 3 characteristics, I will definitely want to be in your team. Right? But if I'm a person who don't really cherish honesty, I don't care about honesty. I always try to do things in a very 骗人讲骗话 or do things that is not honest. Or definitely not in your group. Or even if I'm in your group, I want to make use of you. I can tell from you, you are really a nice guy, can tell. And then you are very punctual, you're very honest. Honestly, I think depends on, I only know you for 4.5 years, so I can't tell you much. But if I were to say number 14, yes, open-minded, yes. From the way you talk, from the way you discuss things with Uncle Raymond, and from the way you're suggesting, Yet like yesterday like that, you're very open-minded. Uncle Raymond, I don't know what homework I'm supposed to do. May I ask you again? Very open, okay? 40 is not nice, guy. Open-minded. Yeah. Sorry, not nice. Very open-minded. Thanks. Okay. Next one. Thank you, Chen Yue. The rest, can you send it to me? You don't need to send to me. You can send to the group lah. Okay. Thanks, Jariah. One, approachable. Definitely, you are a very approachable person. Yes, you are very determined. Can tell. If you the things that you want, then always your daddy will say, my son, Jariah. Then I told him, Jariah, I say, Marcus, Jariah now is in secondary school, is different from primary school already, right? Correct now, Jariah, you're a big boy already, right? It's good that you have determination to do certain thing, correct now? And then number 19, yeah. If you are not a team player, please don't join volleyball. True not? Then every time you say, hey, I take, hey, don't hit, hey, this correct not, Jiarong. I think then myself you play now, one person play volleyball can easy. Then no need team player, 对吗, Jariah? And I can tell you like to mix with friends outside, right? Right, you like to have socializing with groups, 对不对? 对吗, Jariah? Not because I stalk you for Facebook. You know what I mean? You know why? Very simple, Jariah. Joy has your two female cousin. Hello, Jariah. How would you feel you join your your sister and your two female cousins to go shopping? Most of the time they go shopping, they'll go to lady department. Do you want to go? Unless, Jariah, you have a girlfriend, then you don't mind, right? 对吗, Jariah? 对不对? Right, Jariah, you agree with me? Right? No, that means you and your girlfriend, you don't want to join your sister. Yes. Okay. Next, let me see. Zichen is 4. Determinations. Number 8, honest. Number 19 will be team player. So, Zichen, you are having 古筝, right? Was it 古筝 or dance? Dance, right, Zichen? Dance, right? So dance definitely must team player, correct now. Unless you want to do solo dance, correct now. In dance, you must have a team player. You need to coordinate. Okay, and then when you must be honest that if you can do a job, you do it. So like I say, honestly, I can't tell much about you because it's only 4.5 days. But number 8, if you are saying number 4, determination, yes. Can tell that you are determined to not only just continue to come in for your boot camp, but you're determined sometimes when you talk, when you answer, when you give your suggestions. All right. So please keep up that 4, 8, 19. 智慧 will be 9. Integrity. 哇，你黑道之人啊，讲义气。哇，你关羽啊，你跟我崇拜关羽是吗 ？Number 1, approachable， 是咩 ？approachable 好。芬小姐，我现在需要一笔大资金。Since you are very approachable, right? Can you lend me some money? So 只会 say can. I lend you monopoly money. 也是钱吗？那个是假钞票。Approachable, okay? If you are not, ask yourself, are you approachable when people comes to you and ask you for help, ask you for things, or ask you to go out or no things? Are you a kind of sociable person? So be honest when you choose. Number 14, open-minded. Yes, that will be sounds good. I can see that. Well done. Jiarong will be 15, will be more to patience. 18 will be sharing. Number 3 will be caring. Yes, 18 and 3 Jiarong. I no need to mention on confirm. I can tell your sister has been saying that to me, your mommy has been saying that to me, except maybe Jialing has not been saying to me. But for my observation, you are confirmed at 18 and 3. Even though our children, Jiarong is the youngest in the family. She really cares for the brother and sister. Can tell one. I don't want to say too much. If not, later Jiarong will feel very sad and want to start crying again. From a few incidents, I can tell Jiarong is a very, very caring sister. Confirm one. So 15 is patient. That one, I'm not sure, Lord. I'm not sure whether she's that patient or not. Okay, just kidding. You are. If you're not patient, then don't play basketball. True enough. Right? All sports need patience. Xingyuan is number 3. Caring. Can tell. Xingyuan, your laughter and your jokes and everything, when you smile and you laugh, you are really share and care about others. Number 10, justice. Wow. I'm not sure about that, Xingyuan. I've yet to find out. So number 18, sharing. Yes. Confirm 3 and 18 is really resonate you. 心远 if you resonate means 真的是可以 it's really that is your characters. Okay, so now whatever you choose, you realize the last part here, this one, leader does not expect to get rewards, but awards others' achievement. Take down this one. You see, children, whatever you choose, I don't know what you choose, whatever you choose is seriously one of your ingredient of your characters out of these three, one of them is really that you want to see others do well. Very simple, honest. 对吗？智慧 honest. Because you want to be honest, you want to award people. 智慧，你这个 project 做得很好嘞，哇，很好。你应该得到这个 reward， then 你就讲 sorry teacher， 这个 project 不是我一个人做的，是我的 team member 一起做的。You see, very honest, right? You also want to share your awards to others. But to some, sorry, can I use the word not you? I'm not saying it 智慧. To some idiot, I've seen that in my school. I cannot take it. To some, I'm so sorry to use the word idiot. It's really, he'll take all the credits by himself or herself. 哦呀，老师，这是我做的智慧没有做功课的，只会整天打电话给他 boyfriend， 子晨更惨哦，整天梳他头发。然后嘉荣呢，嘉荣整天拿那个 make up， 这是 make up 咯，就我一个人做的，老师，这3个女的没有用的，没有帮我。Hello，actually these 3 ladies are doing most of the job, but you are not doing it, but you took all the credit。子慧，所以我不能听一面之词，对吗 ？Correct 了。So as a discipline teacher, you know what I do? I really went for investigation. I went to interview Zihui, I interviewed Jia Rong and even Zichen. So can you imagine, Zihui, Zichen, imagine you are the boss, Zhen Yue and Xing Yuan, and the rest of you are Jia Rong and Jiraiya. Imagine you are the boss now. If 20 people come and tell you, boss, Uncle Raymond sucks lah, okay? And then another group, maybe 1 or 2 persons say Uncle Raymond sucks. Confirm the 20 people who say Uncle Raymond sucks is really Uncle Raymond sucks, 对吗? Agree now? If it's only 1 or 2 people say Uncle Raymond sucks, but the other 50 people say, no, not true, Uncle Raymond is a nice person, 对不对? You're not a stupid, right? You all know how to do, right? That's where the interview comes in. Now you understand? That is why, children, you're doing source-based question for your history and geography. Now you get it? The comparison skill, the inference skill, the reliability skill, the usefulness skills, the all sources compare. Do you agree that Hitler is a bad leader? Yes, source B, and source B say, and source B so that only one source says Hitler is good, because the only source that says Hitler is good is the German people. Now you understand? Children, 子晨明白吗？子晨，说不要给你那些朋友鼓励你们子晨。Since all of you are choosing honors, 你知道吗？心眼 and those of you who are choosing justice, honors and integrity 我们很可怜的嘞。我们为了讲正义say the truth but people will take advantage of us. So we need number 21, number 23, okay, 21, 23, these two to really beef up your character so that people will not abuse and bully you. Number 23, so far nobody choose X factors. The X factors is something that is really extra, 没有人有的 just like Jack Ma, just like Elon Musk, just like Xi Jinping, just like Lee Kuan Yew. They are these special characters or factors that they don't have. You realize I'm using A to Z, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. My right is 26. What did I miss? I missed out the O. 25 should be 26. Alphabet got 26 character, right? Here 13. Sorry. So this will be this one wrong already. This one will be 14, 15. So do you have all the 26 characters of the leadership quality that you have? Give me a minute. I'm very OCD. I just worry if later I forgot. That's it. So I think this was done last 2 years or so. I forgot to change. That's why. Give me a minute. Okay, so total 26. I save it first just in case. Okay, right. Let's move on to the next one. So you can realize out. 智慧不见了，智慧去哪里？哦，可以子晨 and see you can see right. From I can use from A to Z to describe your characters. So which one are you choosing? Okay, out of these 3 that you have chosen, will describe your characters. Now let's move on. So I want you to take spend 1 or 2, 3 minutes. Who are your favorite leader? 郑月、新远、嘉荣、Jiraiya, Zhichen, and Zihui and Sian. Why you choose him or her as a leader? If I want to be a leader, I will choose who? Okay, think. Think now, don't give me the answer, just think. If you want to be a leader, let's say you can go to the person's body, or you got a chance to take a time machine to visit. Which leader do you think you want to be? 郑月、思远、嘉荣、子晨、Jiraiya, Sian, and Zihui. If I want to be a leader, I will choose to be most likely for me, I want to choose to be. There are so many leaders on CN that it's very good. Like for me, I may want to choose to be Qin Shi Wang. Qin Shi Wang. Seriously, I just want to know how one person can conquer the other 6 countries or 6 states. Not easy, right? You know, Qin Shi Wang controlled, attacked the 6 states and then finally united the whole of entire China. So, Zheng Yue, which leader do you think you want to be? Any idea? Jiarong, which leader do you want to be? Jiraiya? Yes, Jiarong.
No idea.
No idea yet, Jiraiya? No idea. Zichen? Which leader do you want to be? Xian, which leader? No idea. All of you got no idea. Seriously, hopefully the next slide will give you a bit more idea. Don't worry. Okay. Zihui is not around, so let's move on to the next slide. Look here. These are all the history's leaders during World War II. They fought along one another, against one another during World War II. Okay, you can see the names here. Out of these 4, then the number 5, who do you want to be? Okay, so this is the number 5 pictures. If you want to be a famous leader, who will you want to be a leader for a day? Okay, let's a quick one. I just asked, let's vote. Let's vote. If you do not know this 4, this is from the US president who declared war with, I did not put the Japanese leader here, Prime Minister Tojo. Winston Churchill is a British Prime Minister in the United Kingdom, and Hitler is Germany. Joseph Stalin is a leader in Russia, Soviet Union. Before that, it was called Communist Soviet Socialists of Russia. So may I ask, Jiraiya, let's ask Jiraiya first. Which one do you think out of 4? Okay, you want to be Hitler. Okay, I will not ask you why. Hold on first. Xian, let's vote. I'm voting. Xian, which one will you be? Don't send to me. Send to the group will be easier so everyone know your answer. Okay, everyone can vote now. I don't need to call your name. If you think after you get the answer, you just type in your answer to the Zoom chat, okay? Xin Yan also choose Hitler. Okay, so 2 vote for Hitler. Okay, Zheng Yue choose Franklin Roosevelt, the US president. So 2-1. Jia Rong and Zichen. Wow, 3 vote for Hitler. Zichen choose Hitler. Jia Rong, your turn. Jia Rong choose number 1 also. Wow, so it's 3-2. So we have to wait for Ziwei to come back and see whether which leader he choose. Just a quick one. Oh, Ziwei, you are back on Ziwei. So like, let's go through the previous slide. So if you are, do you have a favorite leader in your mind? Okay, who is your favorite leader? If you want to be a leader, who will you choose? No, there's no right or wrong answer. You get me now? It's your choice, ma, 对不对? For me, I will choose Qin Shi Huang. Because Qin Shi Huang 统治整个中国 unite China, correct? It's not easy, right? Especially during their generation, the weapon they use are not so high tech. They don't have aeroplane or tank or warship, that kind of things. So which one will you choose? Okay, later, never mind. Out of these 4, which one will you choose? This one is a US president. These 2 work together to fight against this guy. I'm sorry. This 1, 2, and 3 together to fight Hitler. You know, Hitler is from Germany. Stalin is from Russia. Winston Churchill is from Britain, England, United Kingdom, as well as Frank. This one is from US. So which one do you choose? So the most critical time is 3 for Hitler and 2 for Roosevelt. So what is your vote, Ziwei? No, you type your number, just to be fair. Type your number in the Zoom chat. Thank you. So fair. 3 vote for Hitler and 3 vote for Frank Roosevelt. Okay, those of you who choose this guy, just a quick one. I want to ask you 1 sentence only. Who choose one? Wait, let me see. Okay, Zheng Yue first. Zheng Yue, yeah, I saw you. Zheng Yue, because you are the first one to choose number 1. Why you choose number 1? Why do you think the quality of this guy have based on this one here? Okay, based on this one here, what do you think? Okay, fair enough. But based on what your knowledge, why do you think you choose number 1 instead of number 3, Hitler? Yeah, besides he is a president, why do you choose him as your leader? What quality do you think you find in him? No right or wrong answer. Yes, Zheng Yue. I come back to you. Jia Rong, you choose number 1, right? Roosevelt. 为什么你会 choose 他呢?
I want to experience like be the president.
Oh, well said. So you want to feel how to be being a president of Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a very nice person, characters wise, very integrity, honest, but halfway through his the presidency, he died. If I'm not mistaken, he died of illnesses. But he is the one who declared war with Japan because Japan is the one who attacked the US. So because of him, he had this very strong. Can you all write this word down? Please, write this word down. Have you seen this word before? Yeah, well done. You know what's the meaning of charisma, right? You know what's charisma? Charisma means leadership. So Ziwei, my daughter's name is Charis, taking away the M-A. So my daughter is called Charis, yes, from the word charisma. So that means you can see I want my daughter to be the leader, right? And true enough, every time at home bossing around. Daddy, you cannot, Daddy, 惭愧，起了一个名字被他用鼻子牵着走It's okay. That's my daughter. All right. So thank you, Jia Rong. Yeah, it's true. You want to feel. How about you, Ziwei? 为什么你要选 Roosevelt 呢？ Sorry, I think your mic is lagging. I only heard, I want to be like him, then that's it. I can't hear the rest. Sorry.
I want leadership skill and self-confidence.
I 真的听不到. Maybe you want to type, but I really cannot hear you. I'm so sorry. Agree now, Jialong, can you hear? Xingyan, can you hear? A bit, Yeah, a bit only, yeah. Okay, Zhen Yue, so while Ziwei is typing, what is your take, Zhen Yue? Besides being a president. Still thinking, or typing? Okay. Okay, fair enough. So Roosevelt do good thing. You don't like Hitler because he do bad thing, correct? Oh, okay. Yeah. And he's very self-confident and leadership from him to lead US, the whole entire country or entire nation to fight against 3 countries. Not easy though. Italy, Germany, and Japan. So Zhen Yue, so you choose Roosevelt because he's a nice leader, right? Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Dreyer, why you choose Hitler? Are you there, Dreyer?
I typed it out.
Dreyer, can you talk? Sorry.
I typed the thing there.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I can't hear you.
I typed in the chat.
You did Oh, sorry, we did. Hitler was determined to rule the world. Okay, so you like his quality of the leadership because he had determination now. Okay, thank you. How about Xingyan? You choose Hitler also, right? Xingyan, why do you choose Hitler?
Because he is he is able to like I don't know.
You don't know because he's what? He's a very bad leader, but why you choose him? More, at least I believe you know a bit of him, right? Correct.
Because he is like able to like how to say like lead the whole team like to fight.
He has a very strong motivation vibes, very determinations, a very strong vibe side, positive vibe to lead the whole entire Germany to go to war against the people, because at that time the Germans people was unemployed, no food, no shelter, and was being so-called controlled by the Jewish, and he want the German people to be out of poverty and lead them a very healthy lifestyle, but sad to say they end up lead them to hell, not to healthy lifestyle. Zichen, thank you, Xingyan. How about you, Zichen? Why you choose Hitler? Yes, Zichen. Why do you choose Hitler?
Because of his determination.
Okay. What else? Do you think his character links to your 3 characters that you have chosen just now?
Yes.
Yeah. So what does it, maybe use that to describe him? What are the number that you choose to describe your characteristic of a leadership in you? No, just now what do you choose?
Honest, determination.
Correct, right? You choose those, right? Let me see, what do you choose? You choose 4, 8, and 19. He's very determined. 8 is definitely is very honest to what is saying to the people of Germany that their countries are in the deep shit and going to get out is they have to go through a lot of hardship. So you choose number 19. Yes, he like to share his thoughts and idea. True enough, you are right. He share his vision, his goal with all the Germans people, that he want to make Germans to be great again, to be mighty again, to be prosperous again. Well done. Okay, all of you. Now let's look at this one. Dominant, influencing state. You realize, Jaro, I use the word HIST. What is your criteria to be a good leader? Exercise and brainstorm. So I use the word honest, integrity, sincere, and trustworthy. That is a leadership quality. Now, dominant. And by talking about this 4 leader here, okay, I got one student last year. I can't remember her name. I think it's a girl or boy. He did not choose the 4. No? You know what? Who he chose? Make a guess. He did not choose any of the famous leader. I was so surprised that the student chose that leader. He chose his father. Cool, right? Cool, right? And the other one, I think one of them chose his or her grandmother or grandfather. And the answer they give was so solid. Let's start with the one father. I say, my father is a leader. I look up to him as my role model. Then I ask him why. He used the word 风雨无阻. Rain or shine, my father will go out to work just to bring food on the table for us. Without my father as a leader today, I won't be sitting here to enjoy your boot camp. Whoa, that is awesome, right? Zichen and Zihui and Jiarong, right? Then the other one say about her, I think it's her grandmother or grandfather, I can't remember. Definitely his grandparents. They say why? Wow, I'm so touched. Xingyue and Jiraiya and Zhenyue and Sian. You know what she said? Xia is a Xia. Without my grandparents being a leader to work so hard for my father to be so educated enough, today I won't be able to come to Singapore and study. Wow. 讲得好，我觉得讲得比其他那4个leader更好，对吗？郑月，就了，郑月。Right, without the grandparents working hard to be the leaders, the father won't be able to enjoy the success of education and the success of his career and then earn enough money to bring the family here to Singapore. 对吗，郑月？对吗，新月？对吗， Jiraiya? You agree? Jiraiya, without your grandparents today, you won't be sitting here to enjoy my Zoom. True not? If your grandparents do not take care of your daddy and your uncle, as well as your grandparents do not take care of your mommy and her brother, hey, hello, brother. Jiraiya, you think you can sit here now? No, right? So is it true your grandparents are the leaders, a good role model for you? Right? 对吗, Jiraiya? Right? Make sense, of you, make sense, So it makes sense, So I'm waiting for someone to tell me who is the 5th leader. So you see, Zihui, in this class, it's not about must die follow. Then if the next one you don't follow, the teacher will scold you. Get out of my class now. Stupid. This teacher must be stupid. You must be creative, right? I have the same card with yours, but my card is nicer than yours. Yeah. 老黄卖瓜自称自夸. Okay, let's talk about dominant. This one is very important, children, because please pay attention here. Whatever you're doing, please put aside here. I need you to spend a few minutes here because this one will be affecting all your subject, not in your set 2 for the rest of your life. I'll give you an example later. Dominant. Are you have the power to be honest enough to spend the integrity time to sit down and do sincerely your homework? And when you're handling the homework, are you very trustworthy? Say that this homework, can I use an example for you, Zihui? Don't mind, that this homework 是不是你亲笔写的，亲自做的，还是去抄的，还是去看别人的，你懂意思吗？So when you are dealing with the dominant, are you able to influence yourself, the power? When people say, wow, this homework that was done by Zihui, or by Zichen, or Jiarong, well done, then people will look out on you. So you have the influencing of the leader. Because this homework is not just for set 2, no, the rest are Xingyue. It's going to be for the rest of your life. Then steadiness. Do you have the quality to say that, okay, this homework, I'm using your set 2 homework example. I don't want to use like you become a lawyer or doctor. That's later on. I'm talking about next year only. That's next year. You are very steady. Okay, Zhengyue and Si An, you're very steady. You are in the IP, you're very steady. You do things according to what your teachers, your friends, or whoever tell you to do, you're very steady. And then because of this steadiness, you have these four ingredient inside already. Once you are being steady, you have already got the people influencing you. Hey, anything you're not sure, please ask Zhengyue. Okay, you can check with Si An. He's a very dominant person. You have the power to influence others. Get it? And because of that, you are being steady to your work. You do not copy, you pay attention. You are a brilliant students who always come to school punctually. Make sure that you follow the rules and laws and regulations in the school. So that is called compliant. If you are compliant to according to what you do, well done. You know why, children? Because you are doing the right thing. Okay? Why? This compliant means that whatever you do, you go according to what the school rules set for you. To what when you go home, it's 智慧不见了. Oh, 智慧. So you see, 智慧, when you go home, do you take out your shoe and put outside and then go into the house? Right? True enough. Do you wear your shoe to your bed there and sleep? No, right? Unless even no matter how tired you are, you should take out your shoe, then you go and bathe and change to your clothes and sleep, 对吗? So this is very compliant, right? But there are some of them, Zichen, I'm not saying you or whoever, there are some of them, when we come home already, they take out the shoe or what, and then their uniform or their shoes are very dirty, they will lie on the bed, correct now? Or they lie on the floor because it's very tired. Like that's not compliant, but you know that is called hygiene. Like you go to the class, I cannot take it. Not say I cannot take it. You know, after PE lesson, my student will come back to the class. Of course, PE very hot and perspiring, right? 汗流浃背嘛. So some of them will refuse to change their uniform. They will still continue to wear their PE t-shirts. I don't mind, no. But every time, not every time, in fact, school got school rules, right? The moment after your PE lesson, you have to change back to your uniform and go to the classroom, right? But most of the time, when they know that it's Mr. Sean, Uncle Raymond is teaching, they will not care. They will just continue. To me, I also don't care, Zichen. I don't care. Because you know why, Zichen? As long as my student come to my classroom not naked, can already. True that. You come to my classroom with your school uniform or PE t-shirt, at least that student compliant to sit down in the class and pay attention and learn. Correct or not? 对吗, Zichen? 对吗? Oh, Zichen, you agree with me? But sorry, sometimes I'm so unlucky when the principal or my colleague walk past and say, hey, how come after the PE lesson, your student did not change back to the school uniform? So I get it. But I don't care. I don't mind. So I'll give the explanation to the principal, to the whoever, and they say, oh, because they are tired and things like that. They say, no, you must follow by the school, but sometimes, so sorry, 子珍, 东西是死的嘛，对吗？人是活的。So imagine if these students refuse to change and don't come to the class and go around after my lesson, 不是更惨，对不对？只会那个乱跑在hide。But rules are rules. But did they really broke the rules? No one. The only things that they broke the rule is that they don't wear uniform and go to the classroom. But they're still sitting there and pay attention. They did not sleep. They did not do anything. Correct now, 子晨对吗? Right, 心远. They're still sitting there in the classroom and pay attention, ma? But why are you so particular? Why are you so rigid? Why are you so must wear school uniform? At least I told my principal, well, they are not naked. They are wearing clothes. They are paying attention. They just very perspire. They don't want to dirty their uniform. Because maybe after school, they have to wear the school uniform to continue VIA. You know it's VIA, right? To continue CCE or CCA. Right, Jiraiya, you agree with me? But sorry, I was always being scolded for that. But I don't care. My main thing is when I go to the classroom, it's my welfare of my student. More important. So this is where you must be, you see, sometimes all these things, the combination, you understand, Zihui. So next year, you see, do you have this DISC? This DISC. Later, you know why? You got to do this. Now, children, you see the link here, the www.123. Let me send this link to you. It's very interesting. I'm not sure whether you all do this before. It's super interesting because later you're free. You go to this website and do I did this before. Okay, copy this link. Seriously, go to the website and do it honestly and sincerely with this. Children, you must with honest, integrity, and sincere. Don't any click here. When they ask you the question, are you a punctual person? If you are not punctual, better don't put punctual. Okay, be fair. Be fair. Then they ask you, do you like sport? If you don't like sport, please don't click sport. Okay. So they ask you, do you like music more than sport? Example, then you must choose. Okay, be honest. Okay, can Dryer, you can. You be honest. If you don't be honest and you just anyhow put, then the DISC, this thing, this one, will not tell you whether you are this, because these four, Zhihui, Zicheng, Jiarong, Dryer, Xingyuan, Zhengyue, and Sian, will determine you next year which subject, listen carefully, super important, which subject that you're going to take, that you have the passion, that you like, that you enjoy in Set 3 and all the way. Trust me. So once you have done this, Zihui, do you have a printer? Jiarong, you have a printer at home? Do you have a printer, Xian, Dryer, and Zhengyue? So if you do not have a printer, there, I believe there's at the end of it, they ask you to save as a PDF format. You know PDF, save as a PDF format. Then you save it and put it inside your laptop. Then when you put inside the laptop, listen, then you copy this PDF format and send it to your handphone and put in your handphone there. Get it now? You know why? 有时你有空你自己去 reflect 一下 whether are you here? By the way, Zicheng, Zhihui, Jiarong, Xingyuan, Zhengyue, Sian, and Dryer. This one are used in your all the way to your real world. When you come out to work, they will use this to test you. My school, Zhihui, when they were Set 3, I use this to test them. You know why? So that I can know what kind of student they are. Correct? Right? If I know they are very talkative, I will put them in front. You know why? Not because I want to take. I will let them talk to me. Very well. If you put them behind, they talk, you will disturb the whole class. Correct? The voice. So if I know that the person is very peaceful one, I also want to put them in front. You know why? Too peaceful behind, it becomes sleeping already. They will be very boring. Okay? And then if I know they are very aggressive or very forceful, I will make them as monitor. You know what? Hey class, keep quiet leh. Can you sit down? Teacher coming already. Hey, please sit down. Can you don't move about? Correct? You need this type of people. You cannot make a person very peaceful. Class, please sit down. Teacher is coming. Do you think they care what you say? Who cares? You can understand? So when these tests are very good for you, seriously. You will determine whether your Wei Qi, right? You're playing Wei Qi, right? What kind of strategy when you are meeting your opponent? From there, you can tell also. But if you know you are the very influencing people, what kind of friends that you want to play with the Wei Qi, or where you want to learn? If this person is a very dominant person, you know what? Or he's a very forceful. It's good that you learn certain skill from him so that you can win in the Wei Qi, something like that. Okay. So this is a very good example. Please go to this test. www.123test.com. But if you type the DIC, children, if you in the website, you type this word, DIC test, Zhihui and Zicheng, they will come out one whole list, maybe about a few hundred of different tests. Okay, but no need to go through so many tests. Some tests is not relevant to you. Some tests is like, for example, the police one, we have different tests also. Okay, so doctor also got different tests. Lawyer also got different tests. But this one is very suitable for students like you, because I use this for my student. So you see, some of them might be perfectionists. So what are you going to do? Because compliant, right? Very professional. So the score here, 2143. So that means this person is a very influencing person who are very of all these characteristics. Get it now? Are you getting that? So if you're doing this test, so if you are number compliant is your number 1, that means you have this one first. Get it now? Then if you are number 2 for this one, that means you are compliant. Not only that, because you're influencing. Number 4, that means you're the least of it. Not say your weakness. So let's take for the example this one, okay? He's a very influencing person because you have all these characteristics. That's why he has a dominant power to force and act aggressively on certain things. And he's a tough guy. At the same time, even though he's very forceful, he is very compliant to the things that he's going to do. But he's not a very steady person because he's not kind to people. If a person is forceful, usually he's not very kind. If a person is very aggressive, it's not very accommodating. True enough. Because I want to do this now. But boss cannot know. Just like your teammate. Imagine you do this test with your teammate doing HI and GI. You know that, for example, Jiarong is a very influencing, then there's no point influencing, that means he's very involved in this. Then, for example, Zichen is very forceful, then he's not a very accommodating, he's very aggressive. So she must get things done in this way, in this manner. Okay. So what are you going to learn to prepare for your next year exam? So let's go talk about this one. May I have Zhenyue, the first paragraph, please.
Our focus for writing has always been skill-based, and in Sec 2, we believe skills are more important than ever. Your teenager has to learn to write discursive essays amongst many other next time.
Okay, later we will share with you the different types of essay writing. Okay, especially for Zhenyue and Si An. Back to you, Xingyuan, number 2.
Uncle Raymond covers all types of essay in detail. Example,
Yeah.
cloning and war, which is more serious to the war, and focus on helping students understand the structure of various text types, as well as key language features they should have for all kinds of essays.
So don't worry, Xingyuan and Jiraiya and Jiarong, we will talk more in 2023 during your tuitions with Uncle Raymond on the Zoom. But now I will give you a head start what we are preparing for next year, okay? Thank you. Zichen, paragraph 3.
Current affairs and general knowledge are indispensable for any secondary school students to ace their writing and comprehension.
Well read, good voice. Today you are very lively, very forceful. Well done. So current affair, we are talking about like global warming, pollution. Like yesterday, Zichen, we talked about eco-friendly, right? Sustainability. All these are the topic. Like maybe we are talking about war and clothing, talking about COVID-19, talking about economy, talking about unemployment, talking about the natural disaster, talking about how this traffic accident can reduce, or don't drink and drive while you're driving, these kind of things, or crime rates. These are all the topics that you guys in secondary school must know, because it's going to prepare you for your A level or poly, or even in your university. Last paragraph, back to you, Zihui.
Thus, Uncle Raymond strongly believed that inquiry and creative skill-based teaching of grammar will be more relevant to your teenager's life.
Ladies and gentlemen, now you are actually a teenagers. If you are above 13 years old to 20 years old, before the legal age of 21, you are called teenager or adolescent, okay, or juvenile. So this age is from 13 to 22 is a big gap. A 13 years old person, the way you think, and a 20 years old person, the way he thinks or she thinks is totally a bit different, but it's still under this range. So what I'm saying that this range is where your secondary school and your A level and diploma comes in. After this year or 1 2 years, even at the 18th, you might be moving to your university. So most of you, especially the girls, will go for university after you're 18 years old, because straight away, whereas the guys had to wait for 2 years later at the age of 21, right? So this is what we are talking about, the paper 1, 2, 3, and 4 to prepare you for your O-level and your IP exam. As you will be given, seek and you will find. That's my last paragraph here. No questions is a silly questions. You are silly if you don't ask questions. That's my quote. So Jiarong and Xingyuan, next year we'll be using this kind of quote. So Xingyuan, you might come out with a quote, and then we'll talk about your quotes. Jiarong, you might come out with a quote, Then we'll talk about it. So Uncle Raymond come up with this quote. No question is a silly questions. You are silly if you don't ask questions. So what I meant here is that no questions that you ask is going to be silly, because every question they're bound to have an answer, a solution to it. Whether you like it or not, that's how it works. So for example, why do you think we need to go to the toilet? Why do you think we need to eat? Is it a silly question? No, because it involves a biology. Okay, why? Because we need energy. If without energy, we cannot work. Why we need to go to the toilet? Because our bowel system no good. We need to urinate to detox ourselves. Okay, and also to take away unwanted waste so that our body system is clean. So this is what I meant. So Xing Yuan, Jiraiya, and Jiarong. So next year, I will ask you to throw me a quote, and then you have to explain the quote. So using the so, this is my quote. No question is a silly question. Then I'm going to explain to you why this quote is in this manner. How can this quote be used? This quote can be used when students like you, Xing Yuan, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If any teacher will say, hey, Xing Yuan, you ask a very stupid question, please quote me. I remember my English teacher tutor told me, no question is a stupid question. If I only stupid if I don't ask question, you see, was it Sun Tzu or Confucius say that? A person who don't ask the questions will be a person who don't ask a question will be what should we say? A person who don't ask a question will be a fool for the rest of his life. Correct? A person who don't ask a question will be a fool for the rest of his life because he will never find answer. But if a person asks a question, he will be fool for one day. True not? People will laugh at me. Wow, so stupid. So imagine now, Xing Yuan, you take a time machine to go back to China 500 years ago. Right, Xing Yuan? They say, why can't we make an aeroplane, right? People will laugh at you, 神经病 aeroplane. Correct? Not? Or you heard someone say that, why can't we have an aeroplane? Why can't we have a car? 500 years ago, of course, we can't have this invention. But is it a stupid question? Because of this question, that's why there's an inventions of aeroplanes and cars. So a person who don't ask a question will be a fool for the rest of his life. A person who asks a question will be only a fool of that hour or that minute. But because he got his answer, the answer might be people laughing at him, right? 只会神经病无聊这个问题 but because of that 他 motivate 他 come out an invention 对不对 come out an invention discovery so 记住so this is one of them. Look here, spend some time, look at this picture here. Okay, I want to ask one by one. See, I miss out the typing. I want to ask you one by one. Okay, don't mind. Jiraiya, which one will you do? Please pay attention, all of you. I want you to choose. What type of essay are you going to write for your exam? I'm talking about your set 2 in September 2023. Somewhere in the last week of September when you're doing your English paper. Jiraiya, which question you want to do?
I think reflective.
Reflective, okay. Whom do you admire the most? Right, Jiraiya, that's the question on reflective. Thank you. How about you, Xing Yuan? Which question will you want to do? I got my reason to ask all of you, including Si-an, if you can. Xing Yuan.
A narrow escape.
Narrative,
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Zhen-Ye, which question will you do?
Wait, is it like the essay that I'm interested in? Or is it
Yes,
that
you are right. You are right. The essay that you are interested in to write, correct.
Discuss it.
Sorry?
Discuss it.
Oh, okay. Traveling open one's mind, discuss. Thank you. How about you, Zichen?
Okay.
Which question?
Escape.
Wait, give me a minute. I got an urgent message. Give me a minute. Sorry, Zichen, sorry. Somebody asked me to check my teaching schedule. Sorry. Yes, Zichen, which one? I'm so sorry.
Escape.
Narrative? Is it narrative? A narrow escape?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Ziwei, your turn.
Expository.
Expository. Oh, where is it? What are the traits of a good leaders? Whoa, okay. Thank you. Jiarong.
Reflective.
Okay. So now you know, please bring up this one and put it somewhere in your file, in your room or whatever. This one confirm Zhen Yue, your whole entire life in your school will cover all this. The most difficult one is the last one. Okay, and you will have to face it, Zhen Yue and Zi An. It might be the second half of your semester in Set 2. If not, the latest will be in Set 3. Confirm you will have. Not easy. Let me go through one by one and decide. Argumentative is my favorite. The pros and cons, my favorite. Narrative, yeah, we're talking about describing. In fact, narrative and descriptive they are twins together. Discursive is similar to argumentative, but a bit different. Discuss about how you feel about traveling. Bring out your sense of understanding about traveling. Okay, descriptive is to describe more. I say the narrative and descriptive, they are both twins. They are together. Expository is one of the tougher. Ziwei, I'm surprised that you choose this. What are the traits? It's actually a bit of argumentative, but of course, you have to say the good and the bad leaderships. Then isn't it the same as argumentative? No, a bit different. Expository is you get exposure and understand more in details. So there is always a answer. Like for example, social media pros and cons. So that is argumentative. Yes, I agree social media is good. No, I'm not. Well, expository is like you're talking about, for example, these are the 3 qualities of leader, right? So just like I asked you choose 3, correct now? Now you know why? In an essay, you must write 3 paragraphs of your traits of this. But honestly, ask yourself, Ziwei, out of these 3 qualities of your characteristic, right? Which one do you think is the most powerful? You don't need to tell me, don't tell me. Get me now. For example, you say honest. Honest is the most powerful one. Then the 4th paragraph, you talk about honesty. Why is the most powerful? Now you explain to that. 明白吗? But there's no right or wrong,对吗? I cannot say no. Ziwei is not an honest person. Cannot be, right? So it's a bit different from argumentative. Reflective is very straightforward. You reflect on and this is also for Zhen Yue and Si An. After you're doing your comprehension, you have to do a reflective, right? Zhen Yue, you know, right? RV do that, please. There's a reflective as well as Hua Chong also. So you have to do your reflective to say, after reading this passage, I feel that. So in my creative class on every Thursday, okay, my Set 3, 4 students will, after reading a passage, they have to reflect on it. They have to type. Within 5 minutes, they have to give me the answer. This is to train their brain power. That's for the creative writing skills. Okay, because I realized that if I ask them to do homework, they will give me 1 month later, 3 weeks later. And guess what, Ziwei? I will not complain. No? I never complain about students not giving me homework on time or things like that because it's your responsibility. The more you write, the better you are. 对吗, Zichen? Correct not? Just like the more you practice timetable, 2 times 2, 2 times 2, every day you practice 2 times 2, 这就是滚瓜烂熟的熟能生巧。The last one, do you think war can be justified? Hybrid is actually a competition. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So Zhen Yue and Si An, be prepared that you will have these kind of questions. That means this hybrid is everything from here. Ziwei, do you think it's tough? Definitely. It's definitely, even though, of course, if you say 是杯杯面三合一, it's very nice, right? But the person who prepared all the ingredients into the 那个杯杯面 is not easy. So this hybrid, please, now you understand why you need to do a lot of this one here. Your current affair. 明白吗, Zhen Yue? I'm so sorry. The moment after end of today's lesson, you jolly well better head to your library and start looking for books, like something like that. Don't go and read Harry Potter books anymore. Read something like what is war, what is pollution, what is education, what is economy. Your school is preparing you not for IP, no, Zheng Yue and Si An. Zheng Yue, the school is preparing you for your university. Agree or not, Zheng Yue? If you screw up your IP, sayonara, you're going for express. If you're not good, sayonara, you go to ITE. So that doesn't mean Xiyuan, Jiraiya, Jiarong, Zihui, and Zicheng, you are not important. No, in fact, all of you, whether you like it or not, you're going to come to hybrid. The only thing that Ziye and Si An will come to do this kind of question earlier. So Zihui, now you understand. These people, they already start to train their brain power, to season their brain power already, to beef up already. So Zihui, I'm sorry, don't mind, I take you as example, if you go to 守株待兔, you know what I mean, 守株待兔, right? Okay, never mind, I expense, I take my own sweet time, continue. Lo. So by the time you go to A level, you realize some of your classmates happen to be Ziye and Si An. They already know in advance 3 steps of you or 5 steps of you. Then you'll be struggling, 明白吗? Sorry, I'm not saying other tuition teachers, whether English class or science class or math class, they have their own style, their methods, their methodologies, the way they teach. Their pedagogies might be different. Okay, but most of the teachers definitely, whether English teacher, whether school teachers or tuition teachers or enrichment class or even tuition in the shopping center, they all, I believe they also have the same goal like Uncle Raymond. They want to prepare you to pass exam. But when they pass exam, usually you look at their brochure, pass your PSLE with flying color, pass your O level. To me, no. To me, is definitely you will pass your O level if you work hard. 对吗, Zihui? 对吗, Zihui? 你一定会 pass 的. Who want to fail? Who want to fail? 哇，我终于全部 F9 嘞！老师，我 F9， 我最后我满江红，我 fail my O level， 耶！你神经病，对吗? There's no such thing. But the thing is that everyone will pass their O level. Who will go to university? You know what I mean? They will choose the best to go to university, 对吗? So that's where the grade comes in. Okay. What happened to my hand? Why I raised my hand? Okay, next. Current affair. Okay, this one, please take note. These are all the subjects, guys, you need to read from now on. I'm serious, you need to read from now on. Confirm, the express student here, please confirm you will definitely 100%, not 99.9, not the killing the bacteria. This what do you call this spray, it can kill 99.999% of bacteria. This one is 100% will sure come out. Zicheng, are you there? So sorry, I didn't see your face. Thank you. Zicheng, 记住这些全部会出的 confirm 的，不只是 set 2 take note. So your parents, you see, your grandparents are because of this, make your parents look at this word eat a living. Take note of this word eat. 为了三餐而生存, okay? Sacrifice others. And then who is your role model? Is it your grandparents, your parents, your siblings, your cousin, your relative, your friends, your teachers, or others? So today's lesson is all about leadership quality. Today's lesson is about how you make yourself to be a role model of leaders of the next generations. I'm so sorry. I take back my word. How to make leaders of a few more generations to come. That is more important. Not one generation, a few more generations. I believe, Zicheng, do you agree with me that Mr. Lee Kuan Yew has made a few generations ahead of him to be better? True enough, right? First is Goh Chok Tong, Lee Hsien Loong, and then your parents and myself, and now your turn, and then later your children, and then later your grandchildren, and then later your great-grandchildren. But after Zicheng, your great-grandchildren, how will the world runs in Singapore? We don't know, right? Because history has said that a country, Xiyuan, will never last forever. True enough. A country one day will be full. Venice, Venice, you know, Italy, Venice. It was very peaceful for 1,000 years. But later, after Napoleon come in, sayonara. I can tell you right in front of your face now, this is recording. for my experience, not all countries will love Singapore. I will believe there are some countries are very jealous of Singapore. 那鸡蛋糕一个小国家啊，这么繁荣，这么 peaceful， 这么 good， 每个 citizen 都有钱拿，对吗？你听过这句话吗？智慧，吃不到葡萄说葡萄酸。Right? People will sure jealous of you, 智慧。No matter how good you do, they will sure have at least certain percentage don't like you. You know why? Jealous of you. 妒忌你 envy of you. But 智慧、子晨、正月、思远、嘉荣、Jiraiya and San, you don't give a bloody damn to them. You don't own your living to them. The first person who admire you will be your parents and your grandparents. That's all you need to please. So look at this summary. What have you do? Just a quick one. Always use this. From now on, Jiraiya, Jiarong, and Xingye will know already. For the four of you, Zhengyue, Zichen, Zihui, and Si'an, use the so then how from now on. At the end of today, your parents will ask you, Zihui, so what? How this 5 days? What have you learned? Correct now. Then you say, I learned this. Then do you think this 5 days is worth the money that mommy, daddy invest on you to attend the boot camp? Then you say this. Then they'll ask you, how do you want to still continue with Uncle Raymond's tuition for other classes? Then you say this. Correct now? Same thing. So Zichen, when you, let's say next year you go to school, or maybe when you are set one this year, first day in school, the first question your parents ask, so how is school today? Then Zichen, you say, first day of school, The next question your parents will ask you, then, do you have any friends out? Then you know where's the canteen now. Then any homework, right? Correct. So then you say, yeah, Then the third question they will ask you, how? Do you like the school now? Correct now. So it's a so then how. Always remember this. Any question. So 1 + 1 is what? 2. Then how do I know 1 + 1 is 2? Give example. So example, Zihui, if you want to test your son, so mommy, 2 timetable. So you teach them so timetable, right? Then he will memorize. But how do you know your son learned the 2 timetable? By giving example. So boy, if I say 2 × 3, can you give me an example? Then you put the 3 bowl, correct now? 3 bowl, 3个碗碟，放2粒苹果在每个碗碟。So this is how the method that show that your son understand the 2 timetable. 明白吗? The how is the most important because you can see with your eye physically, can touch and feel. Trust me, it's very, very important to all subjects. All right. So this is the guidebook you have seen of that. Okay, so paper 1, 2. So this one I don't need to talk about it. You can read through. What is paper 4? Okay. In my books and during my lesson, Jiarong, Jiraiya, and Xingye, I'm very particular in oral. I'm sorry to say all of you except the 3 boys. Xingye and Jiarong and Jiraiya. The 2 boys, Zihui and Zichen. I'm sorry to say, you guys reading is awesome, beautiful, but you do not have the you know the rhythm. You know what I mean? The rhythm. So you will be required to read aloud the text printed during the oral examinations. Full stop. Pause. Student must know that oral readings, you do not have the rhythm. You just read like that. You will be required to read aloud the text printed during the oral exam. Student must know that oral reading is important. Can pass. Zihui, can pass. It's 6 upon 10. But I want you to get 9 upon 10. There's no such thing to 10 upon 10. Very hard, to be honest. It's possible, but to be honest. So you need all these things here. The vocal voice chord, the side reflex, the function of the brain when you answer. Guys, the 4 of you, you like this one, number 4, the D. The rhythm. I'm very frank with you. Okay? If you're going to continue like that, very hard. Okay, so just share with you. No hard feeling. Don't get angry with uncle. So this, anyone? Have you done this homework already? Before I end my lesson, just a quick one. Anyone? Zhengyue, do you do? Since you are the first one to ask me, have you done this homework? Okay, why not we go through quickly, Zhengyue, let's talk about your project. You are doing pen, right? Let's go. Pen. Until you, okay, guys, until you say, that's all. That's all means I got nothing to say. I will pass to the next student to talk. Okay, Ken? Zhengyue, your turn. Let's go.
Pen is, the white hat is like, you only talk about facts. And I think
You talk about pen will do. You don't talk about white hat. I just put the pen in the color of the hat, that's all. You talk about everything about pen. Don't need to talk about the hat. Let's go.
Like so, you use it to look for facts and not opinions or any other thing.
No. You talk about the pen will do. No need to talk about the hat. What is the function of a pen? Let's go. So pen. Then pen, what do you do? How pen works? Let's go.
Pen is to like jot things down. You take information down. So that you can use it like to evaluate anything and to ensure that you do not forget. So just write it down to take a note. That's all.
Thank you. All right. Jiraiya, which one you do? Gun, right? Your turn. My dear, Jiraiya, come.
I never do eh.
Quickly, until I want to go Orchard Road later, to go and see the shop. Come on. Gun. 1 minute, let's go. Are you talking? Sorry, because I can't hear your voice. I can't see your moving. No, you're not talking. Okay, Ziwei, what is yours?
DIY.
Okay, let's go.
Today I'll be doing a presentation on the hat DIY, which means do it yourself. So what is DIY used for? Well, it's used for making or repairing things yourself, especially at home. Now, many are not sure of the purpose of DIY because we can literally just buy an item that we want from the mall or shop. But with DIY, we can save money, get exactly what we want, learn new skills, build our confidence. Oh wait, the very last important point is to allow you to focus, plan, work with your hands, and enjoy the empowering feeling of creativity, something on your own. Actually, DIY can be linked to yesterday's topic about eco-friendliness. This is because we are reusing, recycling, and reducing. With small acts like DIY, we can save our Mother Earth, stop climate change, stop pollution, etc. That's it.
Well done. Wow, very smart. You linked to my yesterday topic. If my boss would have heard that, well done, you will get the job with me. So like just now I interviewed the student from NUS. My boss asked, how eco-friendly are you? So he said, yeah, I will bring my water bottle to when I go shopping. I will use my recycle bag instead of asking for plastic bag. Confirm, right? Ziwei, if you are the boss, you confirm will employ this person because it's eco-friendly already. I will also use things that if like say leftover some clothing, I will cut the clothing to make into a bag. 对吗？可以吗？对吗？废物利用。Well done. That's DIY, man. I will give you 9 upon 10 for that. Well done. Zhenyue also 7 upon 10. Back to you, Jiarong. Next will be Zichen. Xing and Jiraiya will be last. Don't mind. Jiarong, your turn.
Car is a transportation where people drive from a place to another place. It takes lesser time rather than riding a bicycle and taking an MRT. Car won't use a lot of energy on people. Like people just need to use less energy to transport themselves from a place to other place. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, you will be good. Well done. 7 upon 10. You will be good. Jiarong, you will talk about car also give up pollution, 对吗? Doesn't mean car is a convenience transport to us. No doubt one. 不用讲的. Okay, it's definitely faster than bicycle, confirm. But the bad thing is that car create pollution. So maybe you can add on in future. So it's good that the humans is inventing electrical car. Okay. Electric or solar cars to reduce the carbon footprints, to reduce the pollutions, to make less global warming, and to have more healthier car running on the roads. Well done. Thank you. Back to you, Xingyan. Your turn. What is yours? I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
Air.
Okay, yes, back to you.
So for air, it's like I think the most important one, because without air we can't survive, we can't breathe.
Yeah, carry on, carry on. Until you say that's all, remember? I say that, huh?
Yeah, that's all.
So short.
Yes.
Then how to pass like that? At least Zheng got say a few more sentences. Come on. Xingyan, I like the part you say that air is important. We need air to breathe. Without air, we cannot survive. Well done. I just need another few more sentences. Come on.
Uh, uh,
Yes, give me a minute. Somebody calling me. Okay, Sari, continue, my dear.
so everything needs air.
Yes, true. Living things, not everything. The table and chair don't need air, but not true, leh. Because some metal, if need air, you become rusty, correct or not? Xingyan?
Yes.
Yeah, that's science. Carry on.
So air.
You're doing well. You're doing well. Don't panic. Don't panic, my dear.
So air sometimes may harm us, but most of the time it is useful and can let us like create a lot of things using air.
Yes, very good. One more sentence to go.
Um
Come on, to get a 7 marks. Come on, one more. Come on, bro.
uh
Yes.
uh I don't know.
One more. Don't IDK. Remember, Xingyan, I don't like IDK in my class.
Air can let us feel cold and hot at the same time.
Awesome. That is very true. Cool air, warm air. We're talking about science. 7.5 for that. Thank you. Back to you, Zichen. Well done. Xingyan. Next one. Zichen, your turn. Which one?
Pen.
Pen. Okay, back to you.
Is essential for jotting down notes, writing essays, and writing letters. It is also for better learning and clarity.
Louder a bit, please.
Those who type words instead of writing them down will forget about the right spelling. That's
Yeah,
all.
good. Good. Carry on, carry on. Yes, carry on.
That's all.
That's all. I will tell you it's true. Pen is good to write down. I prefer to write sometimes to type. And writing will improve your handwriting, but now is to most of them say not important. Most of the time is typing is more important than writing, which is not true. Writing will give you a sense of a memory, a sense of connectivities to your heart, to your brain. Writing also shows your emotional feelings to writing. Thank you. 7/10. Back to you, Dryer. Last one. Done.
Guns are the primary source for war, as the main thing of a gun is to kill, destroy, and destroy. Kill, defend, and destroy.
True, very true.
Guns, there are many parts to it, as if one goes missing, it will not be able to function. Guns can go from many variety, as it can be big and small, tall and short. Personally, I think that guns should be banned in the whole world, as the main purpose is to kill and destroy. That's all.
Yes, to destroy, but gun is also for protection, right? Especially when you are in trouble. Okay, well done. 7 upon 10. Now you understand this is a 1-minute presentations. You don't need to be think too much. However, you come into your brain, that's the purpose, right? To train your brain to think as many things. See? Right, Dryer. This one you didn't plan in advance too much, right? Correct. You just come to your brain. Why? Because it's all about this one, children. Go back to see this one here. Okay, then current affair and general knowledge, this one here, and it's all about this one here. Okay, that's what you learn. So this is very important for your what? English. Why I stop sharing? Sorry, I still got one more slide to go. Sorry, it take a bit longer for today, don't mind. Okay. Okay, you can go to the YouTube to watch this one. I can't remember what is it. Sorry, seriously. Okay, so thank you. This is my contact number, my email. Like I said, even though thank you so much for the 5 days of your support for the boot camp with Jeff Learning Center. I really enjoy the 5 days waking up, preparing for lesson for all of you. I hope you have learned something from these 5 days. Like I say, hope that we will see you in my future class if there's a chance. But whatever it is, for whatever reasons, if you need, I finished this personal test already. So good. Wow, Zhenye, how you feel? Is it true or not? Is it really related to your characters? Zhenye? Back to you. Yes, huh? So good. Can if you keep, is there a PDF file for that? They send to your email, right? I'm not sure, Zhenye. Keep it. So, Zhenye, this one, these tests is not always the same. Maybe after 2 years, like that, after 3 years, maybe your character change. Correct? So after 4 years, you correct, 智慧，人长大会成熟的嘛 ，your thinking might be different, correct 对吗？现在你头发很短，可能 after 5 years 你头发长，你可能 dye your hair to brown, red, green, yellow, purple. Nothing wrong, right? I have student, the whole body got tattoo. Does it mean a bad guy? 50 years ago, if you had tattoo, 就是黑社会。Now it's called arts and fashion, 对不对？ Right? Some people put a lot of ear stuck here. Correct? So it's about the different this. So I hope, Zhenye, can you share with the class, did this help you to understand better?
Yes.
Yes, so guys, you heard what Zhenye did. So Zicheng, Zihui, Xingyuan, Sian, or Sian recording, Sian, Jiarong, and Dryer. Just spend a bit of time, go there. How long you take? Less than 10 minutes, right?
Around 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes only, correct now. Okay? Zihui, okay? Right, Zihui? Yeah. Remember, if people put this, it's not a loser. This is leader. Leader go up. Loser go down. Ooh, you see? Okay, guys, thank you very much. Just in case I see you, Merry Christmas in advance to you and your family. Let's stop the recording.